As a homicide detective, you are as strong as your word. And in the community, if your word is not strong, if your word is not your bond, you might as well just go do something else.
The violence definitely created an environment for a community that's tough to grow up in.
No one was really, in mass it seemed like nobody's really paying attention to these kids. And they were doing what they had to do to survive. And you know, if a kid's hungry and they can hustle a bag of weed and make some money, that's what they're gonna do.
One time they were selling some heroin called Killer. And the guys was going down there buying it, shooting it up, dying. And then they was even making more money.
We had a few that came with us that left because they couldn't deal with the violence that was taking place in the city at the time.
I called somebody and they said, yeah, someone just shot himself in the station. You know, we knew that he was going through a lot at the time, and the first person that popped in my mind was he killed himself.
There was so much violence against police in that time period because we weren't making a dent in the drug trade. It was a small dent, but it was a dent.
I hear pow! And when I hear this sound, I can hear it was like there was a sound. It was the sound of a bullet, and I hear it whistle past my ear.
The young man produced a gun and said, "Give it up." At some point during that situation, we were able to identify ourselves as police officers. The subject pointed the gun at me, and a gunfight unfortunately ensued. But thankfully, no one was hurt.
We both fired about the same time. It peppers my car. I finally get the door kicked open, and we get it squared up, and the gun battle's on.
I'll never forget it. As I was doing the chest compressions, Rod Burke was doing the mouth-to-mouth, and to see each time he gave Brian a breath, he'd have to spit Brian's blood out because he was breathing through the mouth.
So I went to this dude, I knocked on the door, the dude opened the door and pointed like a .357 Magnum right in my face and said, "I don't have no dope, get away." Well, me being prudent, I knocked on the door again. And the dude cursed me out and said, "Get the fuck away from this door."
And when I came back, I guess it had just occurred, the shooting at police headquarters, that is. And what made it even worse for me is that the guy who did the killing, that got killed, was somebody that I had picked up off the street along with Willie Jefferson and brought to the office on a couple of occasions.
We actually stopped the individuals walking down the hallway, not realizing that one of the individuals ended up being the shooter of Sergeant Daly and the FBI agents.
We worked together daily, and to lose one of us unnecessarily, where somebody just walk in and do bodily harm to us was kind of difficult.
There was a man, there was a woman, and then there was a child in there that was probably three to 4 years old. I guess the hardest thing is telling his mother and father that their son, their daughter, and their grandson were murdered. That was the hardest thing for me to do.
And I told the mother that her son had been killed, and she got excited and ran around the house, and unfortunately I had to tell her that the second son was with him and was also killed. And at that point, she actually tore the door down off the hinges, the front door, and ran out the door. And that's the last time I saw her. She didn't come back.
We were called to the scene, and upon our arrival getting there, inside it was the entire scene was a bloody mess, blood on the walls, blood on the floors, blood in the living room, and blood trail leading upstairs where their daughter was found. And what we had discovered during the investigation of the scene, the daughter had her heart removed and the mother had her heart removed also.